do you think I felt with that, having recommended this jerk off to be on the floor? It's tough, you know, when you.
Yeah, they burn your name, they burn your credibility.
Yeah.
I ended up burning mine as a trainer because they looked at me like, come on, you know, he is the first driver in history to fail a road test in automatic in this company. Like this guy, he set an actual record in the company. Out of 7,000 people that have come through this program, he's the first one. So, it's horrible that my student is the first one to fail. Like, you can't get any worse as a trainer than that.
Elvis.
Well, it's always good to know you're making history. I still go back to that phone call he made outside of Richmond. Bro, I'm going to make history today. I was like, what the fuck, you know? Really, man? It's like, you're probably like, oh, shit, here we go again. You know, we've been down this road like 622 times now. Here comes 623 times. But I'm not trying to dog him out because, as I said in the beginning of the hangout,
Okay, so there we go. The first one in a company of 7,000 people to fail a road test. Not in a non-synchro mesh Road Ranger or, you know, Eaton, E-A-T-O-N, transmission, one of the real, hard-ass, not manuals like you car drivers drive, but one of the actual non-synchro mesh. These are gearboxes where you have to have your engine revs going absolutely perfect for it to go into gear, or it just doesn't want to go into gear. Or you can force it in and it'll crunch like shit. Some people call them a crash box. I call them a cruncher because they crunch. If you don't get your RPMs just absolutely perfect. I'm not joking, I was going 25 k's an hour. Yeah, 25 kilometers an hour, which, what's that work out, about 18 miles an hour? And I was ready to change into 6th gear. Oh yeah, 6th gear, because I was at the top of my revs in 5th gear at 18 miles an hour. Not in one of them trucks, like what I've got a license for, what Tony Mullins has got a license for, but in an automatic. He was the first to fail out of 7,000 people. In the first year that they allowed people to do their training in automatic trucks in that company. All the other umpteen thousand people before him had the shit gearbox trucks, and maybe a handful that had the automatic trucks. But out of 7,000, he fails the road test. So he's going to be a real trucker, remember? He's going to be the best trucker there is. Blah, 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 blah. I'm going to be better than you. This one, that one, Boris Zoloft, all the other ones. Blah, 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 blah. Out of 7,000 people, he's the first one to fail. In an automatic. No less. In an automatic. While the majority of them were using non-synchro mesh manuals. And I'll tell you what, that knee there, well, you know, I wouldn't be driving any of those trucks if unless I really had to, because my left knee is not up to that sort of stuff anymore. And, yeah, isn't it interesting, you know? I think the guy's just unteachable in many ways, you know. And this is where I think that it's actually really, you know, it's mental issues with this guy more than anything else that holds him back to some degree. But that doesn't mean you should show pity, you know. As I said, my auntie was 20% faster than everyone else running a sewing machine. Yeah. And she was actually officially backwards. She had the mind of, it wouldn't even be a 10-year-old, it would be the mind of an 8-year-old. And yet she was faster than other people with a sewing machine. The real question with Elvis is, you just got to find what is that one job that he can do properly. What is it? What is it that this guy could actually do and not fuck it up? Now, That may be the answer. And the other thing, you're still going to have to jump over a hurdle of, like, is the guy, even if he can do it, is he going to do it? You know, and I think even if he could do it, doesn't mean he's necessarily going to do it. You know, I can do certain things too, and it doesn't necessarily mean I like doing them. But anyway.